Bubba, as we start this hour.
Oh, wait a minute. I got an email here, Rick, that said the Titans just signed Hasselback.
Straight up?
That's what the email says.
Well,
Is that right? Can we verify that?
That's a good move right there.
That's great.
Yeah,
Let Jack Locker get
I don't
a
know if
little
that's
better.
true or not. That's just I just got an email on it.
That's a good move right there. I like that one. Bubba, let's the real Greg Burgess, and I've gotten emails lately a lot of someone saying, we understand everyone who nickname, and we know most of their origin. Why do you call Greg Burgess the real Greg Burgess? And that is because
Are you referring to that little picture you got up in there?
I am. And I said the reason why is when Greg was not working here, he was just kind of an annex to the show through being my brother and friends to the members of the show. We actually, in his honor, named an intern one time, intern Greg Burgess.
That's right. A girl, actually.
Yeah, so when Greg joined the show, we had to make sure everybody understood that we are speaking now of the real Greg Burgess.
Yeah, we didn't want to confuse
I
the
didn't
two,
know where
Rick.
it came from either.
Right. That's where that came from.
There you go, Dan.
Which is also funny which is also funny too. I remember back in the day when I was growing up and really intrigued with radio. Radio guys and ladies will use fake names, names they think sound cool. Now we don't do that here.
Gosh,
we have some nicknames, but you know that Speedy's name's also Calvin Wilburn. We don't hide that from you. And
Yeah, I mean, that's what's on our driver's license.
Right.
We don't have radio names.
and Bill Bubba Bussey, we know his name is Bill Bussey. We know that.
William Bussey.
And my name's Rick Burgess, and we know that we call me Rick Burgess. So
And Big Papa.
ESPN is now saying Hasselback is a Titan.
well,
Oh,
good.
that's a good
Hey there.
That's good
Multi-year.
Dadgummit.
Speedy,
Hey there.
Speedy, what would your radio name be if it wasn't Speedy?
Well, when I first started, they made me call myself Kevin Calloway.
Kevin Calloway, you're kidding.
No,
me.
Greg, they
there's
have
a little pearl
they
you
have
know
a
you're gonna get
list.
today.
Made me.
The consultants have a list of names.
Right.
And they pick them out.
Oh, you
I
didn't
mean,
get to
they're
pick
all
your
these that
own?
go together. Yeah, you get to pick whatever.
If I'd have picked mine on, it'd have been Dirk Diggler.
That would have been fitting.
I wish I could punch you.
But you know, like snowy weather and all that. You know what I mean?
Did you
get
say
all that.
snowy weather?
Did you just snowy weathers?
Yeah.
You know what? Just
And
stuff like
Michaels,
that.
they love to use the last name Michaels. If you ever noticed that, there's a bunch of Michaels.
Tests, they do these tests, and everybody likes that name.
Like just in case.
Like
Yeah.
you don't.
That ain't his real name.
Like you just don't hear anybody named Dewey Johnson. You know what I mean?
Dewey. But what I always
Coming up next, right after me, Dewey Johnson.
Coming up next with me, Earl Polymer. But one of the things that
Here, I'll look some up for you. I know there's a list.
One
of
thing
them.
I liked about that is I thought this guy was always funny, and I think later in life, I think we actually met him one time. But I used to listen to this back in the day when there was a bizarre concept in radio that people actually like the person who even is playing the music. That's important to them. That people don't really like to go to radio just to hear jukeboxes because it makes them a little passive on their loyalty to the station. But in the day, you had your radio station and you knew every announcer on the air. They all had a personality to their show that was their personality, and you had your bumper sticker, you had your T-shirt, and you were loyal to that station. That was your station, and so which radio's forgotten, but so. And now people are loyal to shows, and they would probably be loyal to stations if stations acted like shows. But let's not get into that. But anyway, so anyway, there was a guy, and one of the names everybody loved to use all over the country was Chris Stevens.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
And this guy referred himself as the real Chris Stevens, which I thought was funny. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna hear a bunch of them, but
I'm the real one.
Yeah,
That's really my name.
yeah.
That's
So
kinda my
I
deal.
always thought that was a funny little deal. All right, so Greg has now become the latest. Face of endorsement here on the Rick and Bubba show.
That's right.
Bubba and I've got some long running deals, and Speedy's got his, and the show as a team's got some, and so there's a company called the Painting Company that came to the real Greg Burgess and said we'd like for you to be the face of the painting company.
And that's what I'm
And
trying to be.
I never really saw that coming, Rick. I knew that day would come with Greg, but I thought it would be like with Preparation H.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Or
Do you
monkey
find
butt.
Greg Burgess to be a pain in the rump?
Yes.
Well, use what he uses to soothe his rump pain. But anyway, Bubba, maybe I don't know if we can get a shot of this.
Hey, you know
Maybe
who took that picture? The one Michael Helms.
it may be too little. This came, by the way, to the mailbox.
Guys, let me just
What
tell you,
about
when I
what
open my
about when you go to
mailbox
the
and
mailbox
see that,
and Greg Burgess?
And there's little brother.
GregsPainter.com.
please
by the
look
way.
at that, y'all.
Bubba, if you're not going to look at that post picture,
Look at
please
that.
stare at it.
So y'all made fun of the pose picture, but that was why I took it.
Good night. Look at that.
Good night. Look at that. I'd rather watch a dog get her puppies than look at this
It's
picture.
pretty John Brown snazzy myself.
But anyway, so there it is.
I like the fact you don't look posed in it at
no,
all.
not at all.
No.
It looks natural, like I'm talking.
I wish they'd have
If
taken.
you're
a pic-
one Liberty Bell from the
But
1976,
it is a
school
picture you're supposed to post. Yeah, that's so true.
Can I tell you what I
The
would
spring
do?
picture.
But Bubba, you know where I think that the painting company needs to rethink this picture just a little bit.
What?
Let's have Greg in his tube belt. Let's have him.
I know,
let's
it's
have
hard.
him-
Nobody
Well, you know
wants
why?
it to be
You know
indoors.
why?
They want it to
Hey.
something to do with the show.
Rick, that's not Greg anymore.
That's a
Oh,
good
but you're
point.
going to see that, though. I'm going to go out and do some jobs with them.
You need to
and
get in
out
a
and
white
dirty.
jumpsuit like they have.
I'm
All
going out and getting dirty and do
Get a
some
natty
jobs.
light in your hand.
So
If I'm painting.
well, I will say this. I mean, let's face it. When's the last time anyone met a painter that didn't drink?
Rick.
But not with the
I mean,
paint
let's just be
company,
real-
Rick.
Let's just be real
That's
about
why, because not the professionals.
it. Yes, right. right.
But you know that's
I
why
didn't say on the job.
that's why things have changed.
By the way, is there anything worse than saying, "Hey, I got to paint this room"?
Nothing works.
I cannot.
Well, I'll tell you what
and
you could
I'll
be.
always say I'm going to do it, and I wish I
Yeah.
had.
I bet I can top it.
That's
How would you?
GregsPainter.com.
I know one job it takes a little longer.
I'll tell you this. I actually did not know about the painting company. I actually had people who were running the job hire the painting company for me. Now that won't happen again. So let me ask you this: I bet I can beat having to paint it. How would you like to have paid money for a paint job, then fire your contractor, hire some folks that are who have done more work in 6 days than the other contractor did in 5 months? And you've discovered that you had to go back and redo the painting job all over again.
Boy, that's
so,
tough.
so a painting job that you paid for, you got nothing. Last night, my
Rick, just look at it as a good
wow,
base
how
coat.
could it be that bad? It was bad.
How do you mess
Wow,
up
it was bad.
paint?
Well, if you don't,
No,
prep,
hey, you
if
can.
if you don't prep it and the paint has grit and pine straw
They
and
just
stuff in
slung
it,
it up on there is what they did.
It had pine straw on the
Grit.
wall.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
you find things. It was
Rick,
the,
pine
it,
straw?
was, it was. Let me tell you what we found here on this. I think
How do you get pine straw in a can of paint?
well, if you have
Well.
if you have the
Well,
windows
you're
up,
painting or making bricks.
but you know one thing you have to do before you paint a wall is to prep it. I think
They just painted over what. So that's why the
Right.
paint. You need to call people like the paint company.
You're right.
Professionals.
You're right.
GregsPainter.com.
Well, I've got I've got a.
Well, they are. They're a
That's
good company.
three.
They do it
3 in
different.
one segment.
Pretty good.
I've got a company getting after it now, and they're doing a great job, but it just hurts. I mean, you wouldn't believe the speech. My wife had to actually sit down with me last night and talk me down a little bit when I began to realize money that I've spent that I got nothing for. I mean, got nothing for it. I mean, and you know what she finally told me? She said, look at it this way. Picture if these people who actually did the work here prior to you bringing in, the hosses that are doing it now, just picture them as somebody who you gave money to help their family. And she said, because that's about what you did. And I said,
Because you didn't get nothing for it except that.
right. I said, okay, all right,
That's
all right.
all I can deal with it.
right, okay, all right.
So we're gonna look at a video that
Greg
Greg
Well,
did for
The painting company came to my house, and
Oh,
they're
I
more
can't
than
wait.
just painting, by the way.
I can't wait.
But it's look. Hold on, Greg. It's not the video. That's okay. You got to listen to Greg narrating.
I
is the
can't
key.
wait.
So you're giving the uncut version?
Well, no, I think.
No, I'm just saying there is a version that's cleaned up, but you're going to show when I was. No, I don't mean language. I'm just talking about quality. Quality.
Rick and Bubba show. We are talking about the new face. Let me tell you, if you've got a business, you want to see the real Greg Burgess as the face of your new business. He's become the new sought after endorsement person. He did one for a painting company. It's called The Painting Company. And,
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go out and do some jobs with them. I mean, I get real involved.
If you live, listen, if you live in Alabama,
you watch. I may be at your house painting.
If you live in Alabama, you may have Greg's picture in the mail right now. I mean, because it came to our mailbox.
You will hear me scream when I open my mailbox, and he's in there.
How you like that?
I will scream. You'll hear me. I don't care where you are.
See, how about you hadn't got this yet?
I
no,
thought
I
Helms
haven't.
did an excellent job taking the picture.
He did.
I remember too. By the way, Greg's got shorts on. He brought that button down and just buttoned it up and sat down.
Yeah.
It looks like you're all dressed up.
Has somebody sent this to Greg's childhood nemesis, Gerald Cates?
Can we mail it to him?
Greg, you're eating.
Greg, why don't you go ahead and just not eat for this 5 minutes?
I know that you learned how to do radio from Bubba and I, but really, I want you to know in most circles, eating while you're talking on there is not really.
Well, I try to smack while you're talking.
I was about to say, I know you've learned it from us. that
is
must be
true.
the way it's done.
You know what? Because I'd wait maybe 10 minutes. Because the segments aren't about 10 to 11, 12, maybe at the latest. I bet I could handle that brisket.
As a matter of fact, in this one, Greg, 8 minutes till you get a break.
That's what I'm saying. I can't wait 8 minutes to eat some brisket.
Right. Well, so you remember, and I think
Where's that brisket at?
In the kitchen.
I think
you had a brownie. It looks so good.
I think it was one of Speedy's personal favorites. Because usually the office we were at and the one that we're at now is anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 square feet, where all the offices and everything. That where I give my speech when we'll be trying to cut something, people will stand and talk right there, and I'll give them a tour of the entire building.
Yeah.
I say, there's 5,000 square feet y'all could go talk in. I mean,
There's so much talking room.
Why are you on top of me?
But you're up under my armpit.
I mean, you could be back here near the door. There's a place back
Right.
there,
Even seats.
on the other end. But anyway, Greg, they wanted you to. Is this the new thing now, where like on somebody's website they'll put a video of you up there doing something?
Yeah, and a little added value too.
Now look, what y'all got to understand, this video is the unedited version.
Which
There's
is
a
what
more
we wanna
professional
say.
looking
So what?
one that's going to be on
Did you
the
just
website
say the
today.
more professional looking?
Well, that's I'm using that term very loosely.
And let me tell you what he did. Because he hates to be that guy that hassles people. Now, he could have tried to get Adler or a crew to come. He said, I'll just do it myself.
Well,
And-
that's
and
a
so-
long drive.
Well, he's
for
got
Adam.
such a history of videography.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So this is
I
a
coulda
touch of
laid
Blair
50
Witch.
on Adler and probably got him to come.
Right. Oh, you lay a 50 down.
Don't miss
Adler follow that.
Next time I will.
Any quotes? All right. Now,
All right,
for those
shh.
of you watching, it's going to be Blair Witch to you until about halfway through.
But
For
the
those of you
audio
listening,
the audio is what we
the
want you to
audio,
hear.
just imagine Greg looking into a little flip
But
camera.
understand-
Trying to do an endorsement video.
But
I
listen,
can't wait.
listen though.
Would
Understand
you- can
this
we get
is
into
raw
it?
footage.
Stop
This is
delaying
not
it.
the
Greg,
finished
hush.
product.
Greg, good gracious, Greg. Here,
Hush,
he's out in front of a
faint man.
country club right here. Oh, it's his house. Never mind.
Greg, they're doing cleaning my gutter. See how dirty that is?
When?
Awesome.
Where you live, Greg? The Great Plains?
Greg, you got the time.
It does blow out there.
Oh, I got
Hey,
time.
this is Greg with the Rick and Bubba Show.
Please
At
look.
my home, the painting company is here doing some work for me.
Little
It's
tight,
not just
by the
about
way.
painting. I'm going to pan around and show you
Can
what
you
they've
stop
done
it?
with my driving.
Listen, I got a flip video.
Greg,
It gets better when I find a mirror.
Greg,
I find a mirror.
A mirror?
Greg, what?
No,
I mean, this
Don't
looks
ever,
like it's
don't
a,
ever change.
It's like it's an ENT video.
But-
We're trying to see up your nose.
This is not the released version. This is the unreleased version. The released version is
But
a lot better.
you gotta shoot stuff that
I
they can
finally
use.
got Paul.
Your head is distorted. It's so close.
Look, I'm not trying to be childhood nemesis Gerald Cage, but I do like that the minute he turns around, he does go into his commercial voice.
I end up getting one of the guys with the painting company to film.
Rick, what's
for
the
me.
first quote though that we did up top? What does he say?
The first one will be, "They're doing my,
All right, let's listen.
Oh, yeah,
let's listen.
whatever.
they're doing my house."
I knew that
Dare.
this was raw footage.
Dare doing mine.
That ain't what I said.
Listen,
I talk better
listen.
than that, you moron.
Hush.
Doing
Dare doing.
cleaning my gutter. See how dirty that is?
That's just the wind made it sound.
The wind. Here we go. Y'all ready? And action.
Here comes his face. I can't wait for the face again.
Hey, this is Greg with the Rick and Bubba Show. At my home, the painting company is here doing some work for me, and it's not just about painting. I'm going to pan around and show you what they've done with my driving.
Pan.
They've
That's
pressure
my
washed the
term.
drive it, which has made it look brand new. Which it was coming up for the time for me to have to do it. Now I don't have to. But anyway, they're doing an awesome job.
You know when
and,
they mount
we're
their
gonna
cameras on people
I'll
when they're
take you on
running?
tour of the house and show you different things.
I
that,
think you're looking for
that they've done,
Bigfoot.
and I got some before and after, and we'll be getting with you.
Hey, it's a great
All
shot.
right, there's before.
You can see. You can,
It gets better.
We'll be getting with you. We'll be getting with you.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Say that one.
listen.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Hold on.
Y'all are
Now, Rick,
missing.
now he's
No,
mumbling.
hurry up,
Rick,
blow
he's
through it.
mumbling now. Listen, we'll be getting with you. Hold on.
We'll
We'll,
get with you.
But anyway, they're doing an awesome job.
Nobody
and,
say a word.
We're gonna I'll take you on a tour of the house and show you different things that they've done, and I got some before and after, and we'll be getting with you.
We'll be getting with you.
If y'all can get a look at this drive, it just looks so white. Look at that,
Wait
brand
till you
new
see the
looking.
better version, you idiot.
Oh man, these guys are doing a wonderful job.
He's so worried they're gonna leave.
Like the guys are gonna paint my front door for me.
I'm not sure why.
It's white. We're going to paint to a dark gray. And look at it. This end catches the sun at the end of the day, so the door's kind of got weathered a little bit. I'm gonna put me a fresh coat on there.
Yeah, why y'all let me see it?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up.
Just giving you a good look at the way it looked before, and then we'll get us a good shot when they get done.
Look at him in
I
the.
don't
in
know
the
if I did that either.
Now we're
All right, here's the dining room. We're going to redo.
Well, you
We'll take it about
you
a
interior
shade or
designer.
two darker than it is
Yeah,
now.
that's what I am.
your little frou-frou
Bob
right here.
Vila.
Just to kind of add to the front. When you walk in the house, and I'm in the foyer, and this is the open area. Everything's the same color, if you'll see, because all the walls are tied together.
Not anymore.
But what we're going to do here,
Here.
right about here, we're going to drop it a shade or two darker. We're
Gonna drop it a shade or two darker.
I feel like we're watching the episode This
you know
Old
what?
House.
You know what? I feel like it's Design Star.
Speedy found the mirror.
There's Greg again.
He's
Paint
talking it.
company
Listen.
doing some work for me today.
No, let's stop.
Me and her fan-
Roll it back. Everybody hush. We can't hear it.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He's so tired.
Cut everybody's mic off for it so we can hear it.
I can't stop it. I can't stop talking about it.
He's so tired.
And he's backlit just so you can't see him. Greg, turn around so you got light on your face.
No, listen, the Burgess is all squint. He's trying to have bigger eyes. He's trying to make his eyes bigger. He looks like he's got a concussion. He's got the stairs. Look at him. I'm so pleased.
I think I just blew up my belly button. Oh,
Your hernia's back in.
Here
think
y'all
so.
go again. People, we're on the radio. People can't see.
Yeah,
this.
but who
We're
cares,
all
Greg?
talking.
They can hear us laughing about what we see.
Greg,
they
you had
can-
the same look when I woke you up the other day from a nap.
All right, let's hear it again. Listen to it. Listen.
I
tired,
can't. I'm sorry.
Listen. Listen.
So sorry.
Hey, it's Greg
I'm
again.
trying to
Got
line
the
it up
painting
in the
company
mirror.
here doing some work for me today. Now, my daughter, we're in her famous green room, so if you have a green room, you definitely want a pink bathroom to go with it. Anyway, the guys are doing a wonderful job. Like I say, they're cleaning the driving on the outside of the house.
I keep
there's
throwing that
so
in
much
there.
more to what they do than just painting.
How you
I'm
like
proving
that?
today, and they're doing an outstanding job. Let me take you on a little tour of the pink bathroom to go along with the green room.
Hey, Greg, I love the sunlight behind you so your face is just dark as it can be.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Oh my
see,
gosh.
that didn't make the final cut. I got to redo it.
Oh, my
This is
gosh.
not the final.
Greg, this is what we're
please,
listening to.
Please let Gerald Case be listening. Please.
Oh,
I
Rick.
hope he hasn't been distracted by something.
Rick, we got 3 more minutes of this.
I may get one of them shows on, what's the channel when you do stuff like that?
One of
Home and
them?
Garden.
What the channel when you do stuff like that? My gosh,
Yeah,
Greg.
that's it.
Wow, yeah.
Well, I don't watch it.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.